Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Benjamin, and I'm here with T Pockets. On the charts, we're looking at the Australian dollar, Japanese yen, and we're actually continuing with our series of covering all the currency pairs. Right now, at the Australian dollar, Japanese yen, as you can see here, I actually have to do the Australian dollar, Canadian dollar as well, and then go down to the New Zealand dollar, US dollar, CAD, and so on. All right, here on the daily chart with Australian dollar, for me, the daily chart bearish, even though some people might debate that we've taken out some highs here with these bounce, what people call what people call a dead cat bounce, you see this massive fall here, and then the Australian dollar bounced here, what some people would call a dead cat bounce. Price was very much inefficient. Excuse me. Price was delivered in a very inefficient way, the way it bounced. So it just makes sense for price to actually came back, actually tapped into this area here. So this bounce here, what's going on? So so this bounce here, this second bounce could be a valid bounce because we came back and came into some support areas to just correct this ugly bounce. Okay, but all right, but even though this bounce, was corrected nicely, this second bounce here is not so efficient. So this thing could develop into something like a contracting triangle, whereby it bounces something like where is that? Where are you? Okay, here you are. Something like this, maybe like this, and then we crack down lower because we actually have to go to some support areas on the weekly. That's why I'm betting. I'm betting that this thing will come much lower. This is the resistance. I mean the support that I'm betting this thing to come to. Okay. Okay. Now this bounce is actually came off. This bounce here from here to the upside should have come from this here. So if this line cracks, if this support area cracks, then we're definitely gonna come to my long time support that I look this pair to come back to. Okay, so let us go to the execution time frames. Let me take this off for now. This one's off. Come on. Okay. So here, here we've had on the 4-hourly chart, we have had this trend line. We've had this trend line. First touch, second touch, third touch, very much a valid trend line. Fourth touch, and then it got broken, tested it, tumbled. So what I'm looking at right now is something like head and shoulder intact, head and shoulders pattern that could be in development, whereby this is the left shoulder, the head, and then the right shoulder actually have a limit order, a sell limit put up here. Not multiple cells on these. The sell limit that's there, I think it's known is my third. Would be my third position on this pair, my third short position. All right, I expect the Aussie dollar to come into this area first. Into this area, I think we're gonna maybe have something like just tap into that, and then we could have some good bounce, maybe somewhere here, little bounce, and then go much lower. So we could be looking at something like this on the Australian dollar Japanese yen. So just keep your tabs on this, and yes, so this is the video on this pair, and see you guys in the next video.